Hey you guys, Courtney here. Welcome to my video. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time with me, thank you so much for clicking on my video. Make sure you hit that like button, the subscribe, and tap the ring bell, and I will support you back. If this is not your first time, then hey everybody, how is everybody doing? Tonight we are doing a couple of reviews on some new products. It's kind of like a Try It Tuesday. I ended up getting some things that didn't work so well, but ended up getting some things that actually worked really well. So you guys know the drill. If you want to see how I got this look on my face, and you see the little blip right there in my eyeliner, if that's okay. You don't know the drill. If you want to see how I got this look on my face, just keep on watching. Okay, so like I said in my intro, I have a couple of products that I do want to review for you guys. Things that I've had laying around that I have not tried that I do want to review. And it's not like major things, like not big things, but definitely things that I think deserve being reviewed. So I'm going to gather all my stuff together. I'm going to figure out what all I know. Two of the things that I do want to review for sure. But I do want to make sure that I'm not missing out on anything or forgetting anything, because you guys know that I haven't been feeling well, and so I figure if I have a good day and I can record and I can do something for you guys, and then I'll do it. So I'm going to grab a couple things and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so basically I just found a few things, and it's nothing, you know, like I said, it's nothing like major, not major things, but are things that definitely the biggest thing that I wanted to review for you guys is something that I got a while back. It is in the color light ivory, and it's a light neutral color, and I'm not sure if this is going to be the right color for me right now, but it is the Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation. It comes in a box like this. It does have SPF 15 in it. It's a liquid foundation in a cushion compact. I have not tried cushion compact before. There's been a couple that I've attempted to try that when I put on it, I knew it wasn't going to work. So I was hoping that maybe the Wet n Wild would work. It has natural coconut derivative in it, so I figured that would be really nice. And when you open it up, this is what the compact actually looks like. It's actually very cute. It's a very cute compact. And then you open that, and I have already tore off the, like, it has this little a thing that comes on top of it. See, I've already kind of dipped into it, but I have not put it on my face. But it has like a seal like the other compacts, and then it has an applicator, this little pad that I doubt is going to work out for me. You'll know Wet n Wild is cruelty free. This is a great, it says it's a luminous, lightweight, unbuildable hydrating formula, which is amazing for me. It's the reason why I picked it up. It says on there, sponge applicator sits on plastic separator. That's nice. It is basically dermatology tested, not tested on animals, vegan, cruelty free. It is unfortunately made in China, but that's okay. Directions say apply liberally 15 minutes before sun exposure, reapply at least every 2 hours. Use a water resistant sunscreen if swimming or sweating. Children under 6, ask a doctor. Okay. All right. So I am going to prime, and I did want to talk to you guys a little bit about the primer that I'm going to be using, or some of the cream that I'm going to be using. Not really as far as a review, but just to let you guys know, I've been using this for the last couple of weeks. This Elemis marine cream here, this stuff is actually amazing. I love it. It hydrates the face so well, and it just, I don't know why I love it so much. It just feels really good. It's an anti-aging, pro collagen, anti-wrinkle cream, and it's really good. It hydrates your face really well. It does sink in very fast. It's not like a gel base, really. It's a cream, but it soaks in like a gel, if that makes any sense. So I don't have to sit around and wait forever for this stuff to soak in. You know, I can just kind of put it on and let it be what it does, right? I did want to mention this. I did end up using the Baggage Claim eye mask from, and I've had these stashed away for like a special occasion, but I was able to use one of these afterwards. I put it underneath my eyes and I let it sit for 15 minutes, and you know, I was having the problem with my eyes watering in that video. I clean my face with my normal cleanser, and then I put these on and I let that soak in, let it sit for a little while. It was very comfortable on the face, and this stuff, when I peeled it off my eyes, I was like, oh my goodness, like my eyes feel so much better. Like they feel so soft and moisturized, and I really like these. So these are definitely great. Hopefully I will be able to get in this video as well. There is a special subscriber that I have been promising I was going to do a concealer basically demo for, and I'm hoping to get it in with this video. If I don't get in with this one, I promise I will get it in, sweetheart. I promise I will get it in. I'm just trying to kind of get things moving and going, you know, on the days that I feel okay. So let's try a flat top kabuki brush, and let's just dig into it using a flat top brush here, and let's see if we can disperse some of this product on the face. Yeah, I think that works pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to try to buff it in here. I'm hoping it doesn't dry too fast, because I do want to take a damp beauty blender to it. It's very light. Does not have a scent so much as it does. It just smells like makeup, and I say that a lot in some of my reviews, but it does smell like makeup. Let's see what this does. I'm going to play around with this for a minute. Okay, so I have gone in, I've actually used my Real Technique sponge, and I'm just kind of blending this in the skin after I went over it with the brush, and I think I'm going to have to build it up. So far, I'm actually a little surprised. When I first put it on, I was like, oof, you know, this probably isn't going to be that great. But I do need to take a mirror and look up close here. It's not settling in the lines, but it's also not giving me much coverage, which it doesn't claim to give much coverage. So I'm actually going to go in with a second layer here. Okay, so actually I really do, so far I like the way that this feels on the skin. I do. I think it feels nice. It doesn't feel heavy at all. It doesn't feel like it has sunscreen in it. Doesn't smell like it has sunscreen in it. The coverage, like, you know, like I said, it's not all that great, but does not claim to be a full coverage foundation. It wasn't so easy trying to get it on with the brush that second time, but once I was able to use the blender here to you know, basically like blend it in and get it to melt into the skin, I think it did better. Now I'm just kind of trying to go over it and pick up any excess product that might be laying on top of the skin after I've kind of melted it in. And I like the finish it's giving me. It's not, you know, really overly matte. It's not drying me out, and it actually looks pretty decent. It's creasing in my eyelids, which, I mean, every foundation does that, so whatever. But yeah, I like it so far. So we are going to put on some concealer, and then we're going to set on this and see how it does when it sets, because honestly that's really where I can get my best you know, finish from, the set. So as far as concealer goes, speaking of concealer, I did want to try out this L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Concealer. This is what it looks like. I have actually swatched this. I have not put it to my face, but I have swatched it. It is in one of those twisty things, and I didn't realize that when I got it. And this was one of my Try It Tuesdays where I did a lot of drugstore products. that's when I found these products in my drawer, the almighty drawer. And so I left some of them out so I can, you know, do some reviews and some, you know, some try it. So let's go ahead and try this here. There is a new foundation, a new concealer that I am going to try. I've got to find a way to get some. It's the new Charlotte Tilbury concealer and powder. Wayne Goss did a video on it, and it's like, he put, like, y'all have to go and watch it. He said that it was like Spanx for your eyes, for your under eyes, and oh my gosh, I've got to try it. I've got to try it. If Wayne Goss says it's good, that means it's good, right? It feels actually really good on the face. So let's see how it blends out. It's just these applicators are strange, and the new Charlotte Tilbury one is like this too. It has an applicator like that. So let me go ahead and blend this in. See how this looks. I think I'm actually going to go in a little bit more. It's very hydrating too. I don't feel like my face is being dried out at all either, so that's good. I'm actually going to bring a little bit more of this in. I do want to come here where, like, in my laugh lines a little bit. And I do want to put some highlighting up through here. Ooh. Up through here in this area. Such a weird applicator, but it's so soft to the face. It's not rough at all. So, and then I'm going to kind of do another swipey through here. I do have this little place. Sorry for the background noise, y'all. They're out there fussing now, like about, not fussing like in a bad way, but they're just going back and forth about crap. So anyways, so let me go ahead and blend this first. But as for right now, I am very happy, and my face, my skin feels happy. My skin feels happy. My skin hasn't felt very happy lately, y'all. I really haven't. And I guess that has to do with the mood that I'm in, but yeah. So I'm pretty happy with this. I like to give the product a chance as far as from my point of view. So, and I'm never going to tell you guys something that's not true. I mean, I can get the most expensive foundation and the most expensive concealer in the whole world, and it could be awful, and I will tell you straight up, that crap's awful. So the color match isn't all that great, but it is okay. It's not bad, and I can bronze it up and all that. So I am going to use, so usually when I go to set under the eye, all right, sweetie, this might help you. When I go and set underneath my eye, I'm going to use the Tarte. You need to use a really finely milled powder for that. And for everybody else, y'all probably already know this, but you need to use a very finely milled powder. This is the Smooth Operator powder that I use, and sometimes I use the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Now, I have gone in and done everything under my eyes as far as concealer with my Beauty Blender, or with the, this is not the Beauty Blender, this is the Real Techniques, the Real Techniques blender. And I have done everything so far underneath my eyes with this blender. So you saw that. So what I do is I take the opposite end of the blender, the pointy end, and I dip into my powder. I do not bake under my eyes, but I do go with a very light, and I'm talking about so light that ridiculously light. Sorry for the beating. But a very light layer to sit underneath that eye. And I go back and forth. And honestly, to be truthfully honest with you, I like the Secret Brightening Powder better, but it's way back and it fell behind my shelf there, so I brought this out. So but this works just as well as far as the being so finely milled. It works just as well. But you want to start in the corner and just work your way out, and then go back and forth inwards with the end of the Beauty Blender. I used to only set with a brush too. So I've had to change up a lot of the way that I've dealt with my skin, as far as my skin changing. So now my skin is dry, as opposed to, because my skin used to be super oily when I was younger. So, and then I just take the rest of the powder that's left and I go into the places that I put that concealer. I really need my Laura Mercier to really, do the best demonstration for you. But as long as you don't bake and put a super heavy set underneath your eyes, then you're not going to be creasy and you're not going to dry out like how you were telling me, how you're explaining to me. If you have dark circles, if you have like dark circles, that's a whole nother story. I have a whole nother routine for dark circles, but my skin underneath right now doesn't feel super dry, but it does feel set. So I'm not going to go back over that. I'm going to leave it just the way it is. Just the way it is. And then now they're in there yelling about snakes. Oh my gosh. Boys, right? So I'm going to leave it just the way it is. And then I'm going to take my regular setting powder, which tonight, if you have dry skin, I'll do this for you too. If you have dry skin all over, then I'll show you the best thing to set with for dry skin. All of the Fit Me stuff is really good for dry skin, but the best loose setting powder for dry skin that I've come across is the loose Fit Me powder. But have you tried a pressed powder? So that's why I wanted to talk to you on Instagram to see if you had tried one. But I will set the rest of my face with this pressed powder. This is the Fit Me Set and Smooth Normal to Dry. It is not the regular Fit Me powder, okay? It is the Normal to Dry, okay? So I'm going to start up here on my forehead and just kind of come across. And I'm just going to go across where that is the worst part of my forehead right there, is where my crevice is. I hate that part of my forehead. Oh, I hate it so bad because everything gets stuck in there, and it's like, that's what happens when you get old. You get those lines. So now I'm going to take my powder brush, and I'm going to use the same powder. I'm going to use my favorite powder brush. You can use any powder brush. It could be this brush. Anything that has a big round head on it that it goes well on your skin, that's not going to move your foundation around, is the best thing to set with when you have dry skin or oily skin, really. So I'm going to go back over. I'm just going to kind of press this powder in up here, go down the center of the nose and the face, try to blur a little bit where my crevice is up here, and then I'm just going to do round circular motions, really light. Kind of a light dusting. Don't go back under the eye if you can help it. Don't go back under the eye if you can help it, because that is going to bring more dryness and more powder to your face. So the point is if you do have those dry under eyes, you do want to try to keep the least powder the better. Okay. So like if you do get BoxyCharm or anything like that, that baggage gold baggage mask that mentioned earlier, that's definitely something that you would like to put underneath your eyes, because you'll notice a huge difference. Once you take them off, you'll notice a huge difference. So this is the best way that that I can kind of explain without using my regular products to you, sweetie, and you know who you are, about trying to keep your trying to make sure your under eyes do not get super dry. Don't bake under your eyes. If you have super dry under eyes, do not bake under your eyes. That's the best advice I can give for you. Don't bake. Do a very light set and do it with a very finely milled powder. So that's pretty much my advice. And if you need more info from me, or if you want me to do it with my regular, like my favorite, like my Holy Grail products that I use, and show you in a better way on how to do that, as far as opposed to me just reviewing a few things, you let me know. You let me know in the comments below, or send me a message, or let me know in one of my other videos. If you want to stay, between me and you, that's completely fine too. I'll leave link all my information below as far as how to get in touch with me. I'm very happy with how this foundation is performing so far. I like the way it looks in the places that I have issues with. I like how it works with my setting powder. I like the way it works, once I put concealer over it. And all in all, I think it's a really great cushion foundation. Now I am gonna do a wear test on it. And usually with my wear test, unless I have to work I usually don't come back and update you guys as far as a video goes, but I do update you guys as far as you know, in the information below. So I will do a wear test on this for the rest of the afternoon, the evening, and I will let you guys know how this wears. But I am going to go ahead and do a full face here. And I'm going to use just some products that I never use. So if you guys want to hang out and watch that, that would be awesome. If you haven't already, if you would like this video, subscribe and tap the ringy bell. I'd be really appreciative of that. And sweetie, if I was able to help you, you let me know. And if not, let me know that too. Now I'm going to go ahead and start using, I'm going to see how this foundation does perform with other products. So I'm going to grab a few more of my things that I normally use. Some bronzer, some blush. Try to, well, not that I normally use. I want to use some things that are a little different, something that I normally don't use. So I'm going to look in my repertoire and see what I have that I haven't used in a while. And then I'm going to come back with you guys and I'm going to actually do a full face. Might as well. So I'll be back. Okay, yeah. So I remembered that excuse me, that I got this Ulta, the little bronzer here. It's like a bronzer and highlighting little baby palette. And I was actually interested in trying maybe this bronzer. It doesn't like it's going to be very pigmented, but I might as well just try it. It's just sitting here. Might as well try it. I had the Beach Bunny bronzer from Too Faced in the big compact like this. And I actually found, while I was trying to straighten up a little bit, I found the Sun Bunny bronzer that I have in the little thing like this. And so I haven't used this like in forever. I don't even remember having it. But this I didn't like so much, so I'm just going to get on with it and we're going to use this. So, but this I know is great. So this is a good, I'm glad I found this. I forgot I had it. So I'm just going to use this to contour with here. Like it's like half and half. You see half of it's kind of shimmery and half of it's not. So it's just a really good bronzer. So, and you know, if you know me, if you're new to my channel, I usually don't contour like with a cream contour anymore. Sometimes I do in the winter, but my face shape has changed a lot. I've lost a lot of weight, and also with it being the summer, I don't want to use a lot of cream products because I do sweat so much, and with the cream products it just seems it makes it worse, obviously, because it's cream products. So and then in the winter my skin gets even more dry. So, but this is such a pretty bronzer to contour with, especially over the forehead like this, which my hairs, I should have did put my hair back, but I didn't. Such a pretty bronzer. I'm glad I found it. I'm glad I brought it out because I love it when I go through my drawer, or through my makeup or my drawer, and I find things that I haven't used in a while. A little small one. I think this is Artiste oval number 3. So I'm going to go into the lighter shade of this, which is this one. And I'm going to circle my brush around in there, and I'm just going to kind of bring a nice contour line up here. I like contouring my nose very, very sharp because my nose is oddly shaped. I don't think I've ever talked about my nose issues with you guys. If you look at my nose like this, you can tell that one nostril is different than the other. It's very uneven. So I've been hit in the face. So, and I believe that my nose was broken, but we never figured that out for sure. But I have been hit in the face a couple of times. So I think I did have a broken nose, but you know, I mean, there's really nothing you do for a broken nose. It wasn't so broken that I had to have it put back in place or anything. So, but I am pretty sure that I have had my nose broken before. I used to play a lot of sports when I was younger, more athletic. So, and then when I'm using this little Artiste brush, my favorite thing is to go in and do under the lip. So this gives the impression that your bottom lip is bigger. I've been hitting the nose. I have been hitting the mouth as well. So my lips are quite uneven. This one, I have scars on my lips. My Cupid's bow is not very prominent, and so like my lip comes out like this over on this side, but it's kind of flat on that side. So it looks like my lips are uneven. So I mean, we all have these little imperfections about ourselves that, you know, but we all have them. And I'm fine with them. I'm comfortable with them. Don't have a problem with them. It's just sometimes I wish, you know, that I could tweak things a little bit, but that's what makeup's for us. The best thing about makeup is just to kind of make things, you know, make yourself feel better and make things look better. Yes. So, and as far as blush goes, I did want to use this Note blush that we got in BoxyCharm. I think it was in BoxyCharm, I guess. I didn't even know, you guys, I didn't even know that it lifted up like this. I've only used it once, and it has this little tiny brush. But what is this little brush going to do? What is that doing? I'm going to put that on my face. You're supposed to do it sideways like that? Like, that was a waste of... They could have put more product in the jar for all that. Like, look at that. That, like, left a line on my hand. That's weird. Anyways, I'm going to put that little baby brush back down where it belongs. Just like in the Physicians Formula. The butter bronzer, this little green thing, I don't understand what you do with that either. Like, that doesn't work on my face shape. If you guys use the little green thing in here for your Physicians Formula, let me know. Let me know how you use it, and let me know, like, how that works, because I could never figure out. I'm like first time I ever opened that, I was like, what is that for? I'll just go ahead and pull out this Ducar brush. This is kind of like the I think it's the Real Techniques blush brush. It's a little bit bigger. Ooh, and I know this blush is super pigmented, so I'm probably fixing to really have a lot of color here. So I have to be really careful. Oh, yeah. It's a pretty color, though. It's not as pretty as that Serafina, though. That Serafina Juvia's Place blush. Oh my gosh, y'all. It is so pretty. So pretty. If you haven't seen it, I'll link my video. I'm going to have to write that down. Where? On that. So I know it looks like I really got way too much on right now, and I do, but I'm fixing to show you guys how. And also I wanted to throw some contour under here, some bronzer. I do want to show you guys how I try to kind of blend, or try to make, like, if you're having some issues with, you know, putting too much product on, take your beauty blender, the part that's still damp, and just push that into your skin. Yep. And even if you've gone like too ham on your bronzer, same thing. You just kind of blend it in. Blend that puppy in. And then I'm going to show you what else I do to try to help it if that still doesn't work. Which it normally works. Especially, but sometimes if you have a really pigmented blush, really pigmented bronzer, you know, whatever, like super pigmented, or like a blusher that has like particles of light, kind of like the Orgasm blush, something like that. If you have something like that and you're using that, and you put too much on, another thing that I like to do is take like a small brush, a little brush like this, and go into whatever you set with, the powder that you set with to begin with, and you just kind of swirl this around off, and just kind of go into these places where you feel like you've put too much. And no, do not, you know, if you have that issue, so like the girl I was talking to, if you have the issue with your eyes being too dry underneath there, don't go back under the eyes with it, but you know, you can definitely go over this area. Now, I don't have that issue with my eyes being too dry. That setting powder is really good that I used. So I'm also going to bring this up through here to bring some highlight back through. Personally, I don't cut my bronzer or bake my bronzer through here. A lot of people do. I don't. And it's just because I'm trying to put as little powder in certain areas as possible. So skin, but I do like this middle color. It's very beautiful. And then another color that I have not used but a couple of times as far as highlight is in the Carly Bible palette, and it is the highlighters in here. I've only touched this palette one time, and that's when me and Sherry did our Instagram live. So this is a beautiful palette. Beautiful palette. I love this palette. So I think I'm going to go in here with maybe this, between these two colors here, this pearl white, and this kind of like a pinky color. And I'm going to use my N501, and I'm going to kind of mix them together. I'm going to throw a little bit of highlight on here, on this face. And the same thing, I'm going to kind of throw a little bit too much and kind of blend it in and show again how I can make that work for me as far as if I put too much highlight. could definitely fix it. Or if you pick up the wrong brush and you cover it in highlight, you don't want to waste it, so you end up using it and then you end up putting way too much on. Same concept. So yeah, that's definitely way too much and it's just flung, right? I'm just going to do it on one side, not both, because I don't like wasting product. Alright, so obviously I put way too much highlight on this side of my face. You can see that. So take that same beauty blender, bring it up. Okay, so obviously you can see that I've been able to push this into the skin. I always highlight up here anyways, so flinging it up there was no problem for me. But if you don't highlight up there, obviously don't fling it up there. So yes, this is how I blend in my highlight. And again, if you have to go back over it, you just kind of just lightly buff it in, or take your blush brush that probably has still blush on it and just kind of go over it with your blush. And then I'll bring that luminosity down to a good level. I'm gonna blend this in, but y'all got to know I have not been able to sit here and do a review or like a whole video in a while. I have been posting nothing but videos, basically videos that I've had in the bank that I've saved for a rainy day, and that's what y'all have been getting, except for the video that I did today. My Saturday shoutouts video was recorded last week, before things got really bad, so I was glad that I went ahead and did that. So, but everything else has kind of been recorded, pre-recorded, and I've told y'all that, you know, and I don't like doing it that way, but you know, it is what it is, right? So yeah, that is that. So I do love this foundation, y'all. This foundation is playing very well with all my other products, and I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it. I like it. This foundation is 100% Courtney approved, without a doubt. I am very surprised. I am very, very, very surprised, because I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting to kind of review this and give it an you know, I wasn't expecting it to actually lay down on my face and play as well as it did. And I feel like my skin looks pretty, I mean, I know it's not flawless, but I believe that my skin looks pretty good right now. So hopefully you guys are still hanging out with me. If not, I'm sorry. But if you are, I am going to go ahead and move on to my brows. And if you know me, it does not take me long to do my brows. For me, my brows are very easy to do. I am going to try a product that I have not tried on my brows, and that is going to be this Ulta Beauty brown tint in the color medium. Have not tried this yet. This is it came in that Ulta gift bag that I got. Also, another thing that I have not used in so long is this pencil by Inspire. This is a brow highlighting pencil. It still has like the wrapper stuff right here. I believe that I have used this, but I found it in my drawer and I sharpened this end, because obviously this end was the end that I used the most, and just kind of highlight right here with this peachy color. Oh, they're talking about the bear encounter in there. So with, oh gosh, I'm going to start using this again too. I don't know why I stopped using this. So what this does for me is it helps kind of, instead of going in with concealer, how some people kind of carve their brows out with concealer, this is what I used that for. Completely forgot. Just to kind of get those brows and where they need to be. This is kind of like a tight lining brush here. You can see that. I'm going to come on and I'm just going to kind of blend this out here. They're talking about seeing a bear in the woods. We were hiking to a waterfall and they encountered a bear and they freaked out, and my oldest son was like making all this noise, and like me and my youngest son were like, they had walked ahead of us a little bit to see how much further we had to go, and they saw the bear, and my oldest son was making all kinds of noise, and they're arguing now about who did what, and that's what all the noise is. So, and that was when we were in Tennessee, Erica. We were up there in your neck of the woods. Okay, so I am going to prime my eyelids with something really, really super quick, because this video is going to be 100 miles long. So I just the first thing I grabbed was the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Concealer. So I'm just going to pop this on my eyelids real quick. I'm just going to use this little smash box. What is this called? Like a triple? I keep wanting to call it a quad, but it's not a quad. But I'm going to use, it's so tiny that it's hard for me to get my favorite setting brush in here, eye setting brush in here, but I am trying my best. I have to make these videos when I can, y'all. When my eyes cooperate with me, I'm going to make the video. I wish my eyes were cooperating with me earlier today, but they weren't. What are we getting into? But I am going to do a very simple look on my eyes, which, yes, I said it, very simple look, because I do want to try that Bang Beauty gel eyeliner. I have not opened it. I've opened it. I opened it to see if it smelled, but I have not taken a second look at it since I did my my unboxing for BoxyCharm. I'm going to go into the lighter color here, and I'm going to kind of just dab into that, and I'm going to transition with that. Okay, yeah, so I probably just skipped all the way through that eye part because I was going to use this little Smashbox, little triple, little baby palette, and it's super, 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 super patchy. So I ended up switching over to the Carly by Belle, and I ended up going into this brown color here, this brown color here, and then still tapping into this little gold color to give it a little bit of shimmer. And at this point, I'm just kind of, you know, tapping into these lighter shades of the brown color, and I'm trying to get this this, you know, somewhat blended. It's just that little I don't like that little Smashbox thing, but it's okay. I mean, I can deal with it. It's not 100% blended, it's fine, but I just don't like it looking not blended. So this is the chocolate gel eyeliner by Bang Beauty, and this is this beautiful packaging in this, and I have not tried this yet, so I do want to try this. And if you guys can see my face, I'm going to come close up here with you guys. I'm sure you probably don't want to see me this close, but you're getting ready to. But you're getting ready to see why I really don't like wearing brown on my eyes. Okay, so y'all see my eyes are like a bluish gray color, right? Well, to me, it looks funny. It looks funny when I have on brown. To me, it does not look right. It looks like I don't have the right color in my eyes. So let's try to use this Bang Beauty. I'm going to dip into this very lightly at first, and I'm going to see how it does. Okay, so I think what I'm going to have to do is this, because this isn't the consistency that I thought it was. Okay, so I'm going to gather up some on my brush here, like that, just like chunk it up on the brush, and then I'm going to lay it on my hand, have it kind of warm it up on my hand here, because this is not the consistency I thought it was for sure, and it's very light. Oh yeah, that's not even showing up. is very light, y'all. And it dries really fast. Y'all. Alright, so this is definitely not a liner. That's not a liner. That would be better for brows. So there's a no-go. That is a no-go. This will be more used for a brow product for me. So definitely not a liner for me. So got the answer right here. This is the sketch marker from Too Faced, and this is the chocolate chip honey dip, and this is the brown. That's the brown liner, and I'm going to use this because I know this works. So trying to match this up with that, but like this is how I normally do my wing liner, so trying to make it where it's a little bit more straight, but it's okay. So yeah, I love this chocolate chip honey dip liner, and I always store it the wrong way on accident, so you guys don't look at this eye. This eye just totally looks jacked up. This eye looks fine. So, we're going to move on, and we're going to put on a little bit of mascara. I don't want to put on too much but y'all can see how it's doing. It's trying to delete off my face. So, any mascaras that I haven't tried? Oh, you know what? I haven't tried the Bad Gal Bang by Benefit in a long time, so we're going to try that. I'm going to see if I can disguise this a little bit down here. Yeah, that worked a little bit, but still looks uneven. But as far as the foundation goes and all the rest of the products that I've tried tonight, I really enjoy. Did not like this Smashbox little triple. I keep wanting to call it a quad, but it's not. Did not like that. Love the cushion foundation. The only thing I did want to try that I have not tried yet was this melted. This is the Melted Liquefied Longwear Lipstick by Too Faced. This is in the color Chihuahua. And there is also a lip topper that I have not even opened, and this is by LA Girl. This is the holographic gloss lip topper. This is what it looks like, so we're going to try that. I think that this may look pretty with this look. I don't know. We're going to try it and see. But I really do. I'm so glad that I did this tonight, because I've really discovered that, you know, I did not like that liner at all. So this I don't like. The Bang Beauty liner is not a liner. I'll use that for my brows. And then let's see, what else did I use? I definitely like the Bad Girl Bang mascara more now. Oh, the concealer. I really like this concealer. I think my face looks really kind of flawless right now. Like, not flawless, but no one's ever flawless. But okay, so we're gonna try this lipstick really quick. Alright, so the melted matte lipstick I really like. It's very pretty, and that lip topper is pretty. It's not too overwhelming, but it's kind of sticky. But it's all in all, it's very pretty, and I like it. And so I'm going to give it my stamp of approval and say that yes, it is a very good product. But you know, the main thing that I was reviewing, like I said, was the cushion foundation. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, tap on the ring and dingy bell, and subscribe. And of course, I will support you back. And as always, I want to argue with you. I appreciate you guys sticking it out with me and all the support and the prayer and the love that y'all been giving it. I really do appreciate it, and I am paying attention and I do see it. So thank y'all so much. I will see you on my next video. Bye.